Oh, Hilton, stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton, stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
With new, gentler scented Clorox disinfecting wipes, clean finally smells as good as it feels. On everything from lamps to ceiling fans. Even on your kid's toy shark. Oh, ouch. Clorox disinfecting wipes. Now available in crisp lemon. Find it on Amazon. Clorox. Clean feels good.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. Black Friday Game Day on Prime is an epic day of live sports. It all starts at 9 a.m. Eastern with the Capital One Skins game. Then, Black Friday football returns when the Bears take on the Eagles at 3 p.m. And it culminates with the final night of Emirates NBA Cup Group play with Bucks Knicks at 7 p.m. and Mavs Lakers at 10 p.m. Black Friday Game Day, only on Prime.
Today we're gonna conquer your EV phobia in the all-electric Toyota BZ.
I can do this. I'm doing it!
One drive can change your mind in the all-electric BZ. Toyota, let's go places.
Good, better, best! Good, better, best! Never let it rest! Never let it rest! Good gets better! Good gets better! You better get better! You better get better! Bears on three! 1, 2, 3!
Pop quiz. Good, better, best.
Never let it rest.
Never let it rest.
Q. Now, I know good and well you know the next line.
What?
Because I could have swore a couple weeks ago we gave you an assignment to learn this.
I felt like we were going to have it like kind of a church thing. Like, God is good.
So you could just be in the back.
I was giving a black spin on it. Black church spin on it.
And this is not the preamble we asking you for, bro. It's like 4 lines that he screams every single week.
Yeah, I feel you. I said the lines.
Okay. We're gonna drop them in. We're gonna drop a little AI clip of you saying it.
That'll work.
When your good gets better, then your better gets best.
The Bears are on their second 4-game winning streak. I know the vibes are high in Chicago right now, unlike the temperature. I had this game circled since the schedule dropped, Q, I went back and watched that schedule release video we did. I said, I know they're going to have Aaron Rodgers, and I know both of our seasons going to be hanging in the balance when this game happens, and we're going to smack him. We're going to smack him. We're going to end his season. We're going to end his career. We're going to do all this, that, and the third. And he played in our face.
He ducked us. He definitely was scared. And the whole week, I'm like, he in love with us. The whole week he talked about Chicago. If he say one more time that he grew up watching WG, and bro, we don't care. Like, are you trying to curry favor with us, bro? We don't care. He was like, I have great memories of Chicago growing up. I was a Bulls fan. Sir, we don't care. Everyone in the world was a Bulls fan then. It's okay. But yeah, so it's just on, and everybody's like, we know Aaron's going to play. Oh, he's such a competitor. He's definitely going to play. And it's like, at the last minute, they try to make it seem like the team decided he shouldn't play. He was scared.
He didn't want no smoke.
He did not want the smoke. 41-year-old Aaron did not want the smoke.
This is what he wanted. He wanted somebody else to do his dirty work. He wanted Mason Rudolph and the Steelers to win that game so that he could go on some little podcast in the offseason and brag. But he didn't want to be in the game to take that L. That's what it is.
Either he wanted that, or if they lost like they did, he could be like, well, I wasn't playing. If I was playing, my record at Soldier Field is XYZ. He had it set up both ways.
I'm going to drill down on Aaron a little bit later in the show. The A stands for ashwagandha or ashwagandha, whatever it is he be smoking. But We're going to get back to that in a second. We do not want to start the episode talking about BS. We want to talk about these vibes, these good vibes that the Bears are giving all the Bears Nation. And I think just because we are on our second 4-game winning streak, Q, shout out to you for this one. Let's rebrand this episode. Instead of good, bad, ugly, what we going to do, Q?
Good, better, best.
He doesn't know the rest, but he knows that line.
Let's start with our good. Q, since you the captain of this, what's your good from this game?
My good from this game is the sustained success of the offensive line. And I can never get tired of giving the offensive line their flowers because we struggled with the offensive line for, I don't know, as long as I've been a Bears fan in Chicago. It seems like we ain't been able to get it right but a couple years. So we had Theo Benedict. He was inactive due to an injury, and Ozzie Trapillo stepped in. I think he got an 84.6 pass blocking grade. For a guy that spent his collegiate career as a right tackle, just converted to left tackle this offseason, and to get his not his first game action, his first start at left tackle. And granted, T.J. Watt pretty much stays on the left side, but the guy that he faced, Alonzo Highsmith, is a established vet and a good football player, a really good football player. And you didn't hear Trapillo's name. You didn't hear him in false starts. You didn't hear him in holds. You didn't hear him getting beat. So offensive line did a really good job. The one sack, I think they gave up one sack. That was the T.J. Watt sack in the end zone. That was really on Caleb. You got to get rid of the ball there. I don't know what he was thinking. In that situation, you're in your own end zone. You don't have time to play and be Superman. So I just want to give my flowers, start off with the offensive line again.
I agree with you 100%. Like, we cannot shout them out enough. You know, they're kind of the unsung heroes every week, right? They don't get game balls. They don't get mentioned much in the analysis of the game. But if you watch the game and you watch the Bears and you have been watching them for years, you see how big of a difference that O-line, you know, even between last year and this year. You know, Caleb has that time to scramble and get away. The run game, you know, it wasn't as strong yesterday as it's been the last couple weeks, but still the run game is having holes and especially on the touchdown to do what they need to do. So, you know, I was a little nervous with the injuries on the O-line. I'm like, ooh, we got such good chemistry. How's this going to work out? But they've been doing their thing and holding it down.
Ozzie didn't know that he was going to play, let alone start, until at least, Friday? When they told him that Theo might not be a go. So for him to be ready to go on Friday for a game on Sunday, while getting kicked out of the left tackle discussion altogether back in the summer, that is a great job for the Mountain. He didn't get a single flag. He didn't have a single blown block. So I came from that game thinking that he might even be better than Theo long term. Now, I know that's not a conversation we probably want to have right now.
I'm willing to have it right now. Why not? Here.
The reason why I say probably don't want to have it right now because one, He's played good because it's the good segment. He's played good in stepping up for Braxton, and Braxton comes off of IR. I think his 21-day window will probably open up this week as well. So I don't know if we want to have that discussion for Ozzie just yet. I think it's probably best you probably give Braxton another crack at it, or I don't know. I think there's too much in the balance right now for us to be juggling left tackles again. I feel like we should have left that at week 4, week 12, or week 13 now.
Do we really want to give Braxton?
I don't think we should, but if we feel that we can do better than Theo, I think the first person we should look at is Braxton.
I don't want to look at Braxton ever again.
No?
Yeah, I don't think I want to look at Braxton ever again in a Bears uniform.
That's not very good, better, best of you, Q. You're supposed to be looking on the optimistic side of everything now.
We're manifesting positive vibes. You're right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. I think Braxton's that was week 3 when he got pulled. He's seen a lot of good play from Theo. I think he should be ready. I think he should be ready to step his game up. And that's a conversation for another day. Tiff.
I'm going to say my good. It kind of goes along with what Q says, but how this team has a true next man up mentality. You always hear people talking about, oh, next man up, next man up. But is that the reality of what really happens when key players go down? Usually not. But whether it was the offensive line or whether it was us starting this game with none of our starting linebackers, let that sink in, who have had a tremendous impact on this game. And I want to take a sidebar and say, Noah Sewell, you all were on his case last week about him and his neck guard. And look what happened. Now he out.
Neck roll.
So, neck roll, excuse me. Neck guard, neck roll, whatever he trying to keep his neck from getting snapped. See, you all had everything to say, and then he done took the week off, and we have none of our starting linebackers. So I was nervous, like none of them. We were literally pulling people off the practice squad. And it's like, okay, let's see how we going to hold up. We're going against TJ Watt. We're going against, the steel curtain. Let's see how they hold up. Then within the game, we lost 2 linebackers within the game. So I'm like, at this point, we're going to be pulling people out the stands to get on the field. Not only that, we lost Tyreek Stevenson throughout the game. We already down Jalen. We already down Kyler. It was just like the injuries are piling up, which are not a good thing. But the way this team is responding to it and truly embodying next man up, DeMarco Jackson being thrown in there, and now he's got to call the plays for the defense, and he stepped up big time. He got a game ball for it. So the way this team has truly embodied, no matter what's going on, I'm playing for my brother. I'm playing for this city. I'm playing for this team. I'm going to give it my best. The defense, the new players, they didn't always get it perfect, but there was effort. There was true heart and there was true effort. And at the end of the day, we came out with the dub when it could have went really ugly for us. So that is my good from this game.
I do want to hark on something you said, Tiff. DeMarco Jackson. This is his first career start. He got tapped on the shoulder like, hey, you gotta be our green dot today. You gotta be our green dot. And not only did he step up tremendously, he led the team in tackles. 5 solo, 10 assisted. 15 tackles in his first start. So that right there, he deserves a shout out. But not only that, his daughter turned 6 months today. So clap it up for that man.
That's so sweet. Happy 6-month birthday, half birthday.
I was working on a take about linebackers being might be overrated, but since we rebranded this episode, I'll hold off on that. I'll hold off on the cue.
Please
Knock
don't
it
do
off.
that. Don't bring no negativity around me. Good energy.
I will keep that for a later episode. But the take is in the microwave, Q. It's in the microwave. You know how black folk when you leaving food to eat later.
Stop leaving y'all plates in the microwave. Thanksgiving is coming up. Stop leaving
you
them
gonna
plates
get
in the microwave.
botulism and everything else. Please, you gonna get botulism. Gonna get rabies. Please.
Rabies.
Food needs to be refrigerated. Okay. Well, I'm just throwing something out there.
I'm not talking about leaving it overnight. You just put a paper towel over it. And you put it in the microwave for a couple hours later.
Etiquette. That is not good etiquette. Have good etiquette.
Food not supposed to be out for more than a couple hours. I'm just telling you. Be safe. Not sorry.
This is why y'all be sitting on the toilet straining and having a hard time in there. Because y'all getting all sorts of airborne bacteria.
7-hour-old dressing. No, babe. Put it in the refrigerator. When you ready to eat, pull it on out. You can hide it in the refrigerator. People usually put it in the microwave because they try to hide it. You can hide it in the refrigerator. Just stay safe.
Y'all. What would Dr. Sebi say about y'all just putting microwave food that's been sitting for 3 hours in your body? What would Dr. Sebi say to you?
Well, he would tell you not to eat that shit to begin with. So that's one thing. But we ain't talking about food right now. We talking about I got my take in the microwave. My take can sit there. My take can last a little bit. In fact, you're right. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator too because I'm gonna chill this one because when I'm ready to warm it up, it's gonna hit. But anyway, In addition to what you said, Tiff, about DeMarco Jackson and everybody embodying the next man up motif, we got to shout out Ryan Poles. Well, you know what? He don't always do what we want, but that trade of C.J. Gardner-Johnson might get him Executive of the Year, and his depth was put to the test this week. And they showed out. They came away with all the gold stars, A+++. Everybody stepped up, and that's a testament of the roster construction that he's in control of. If I'm going to be fair and call him out when he messes up, and I do call him out when he does.
We do.
I'm also going to be fair and call him out when, hey, you know what? You did your big one putting this team together right now. Not only have we had multiple 4-game winning streaks this season, but the whole roster, the entire 53-man has played a part in it. And that was no more so on display than this past Sunday. We had, 7 reserves on defense? No linebackers, no starting linebackers, no starting cornerbacks. It was a work of art from a roster construction. If I was playing Madden, I would want to embody my Ryan Poles right now. If I was doing what do you I forgot that mode where you build your own team. Whatever it's called. I don't play Madden no more.
Franchise mode?
Yeah, franchise mode. Yeah. I was a real nigga. I played people. I ain't build teams. That was some weak nigga shit. I ain't do that. I pulled up with sticks like, who want to run that? Who want to play for that sawbuck? That was me. I ain't had time playing the computer. I ain't had time for that. But yeah, shout out Ryan Post for all that. My good.
In Walmart's Who-Newville, everyone ready their cart. Amazing Black Friday deals are about to start. Online and in the app, such great deals to explore. Everything you love from tech, toys, and more. The days to save and the ones to remember. It's only the 25th to the 30th of November. Set your alarms. Don't miss out. These deals are epic, without a doubt. The Who's are all ready, but are you? Walmart Black Friday deals await. Who knew?
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of an offensive guard on the football field, but getting an elementary school crossing guard. Sure, they're both guards, but you can only trust one to keep your quarterback safe when the game is on the line. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Caleb Williams. A lot of people are running around talking about Caleb Williams. This is probably one of his best games of the season, maybe of his career. 19 of 35, 239 yards, 3 tutties, no interceptions. We going to have to stop even thinking he's going to throw interceptions because that's not what he does. He had a passer rating of over 100. He only took 1 sack. It was just a masterful game when you look at Caleb from a perspective of his development, his playmaking, his decision-making, and his resilience. And I'm going to come back to resilience in a second. He showed you the big arm. He showed you the mobility. He showed you where he is as a playmaker. And he showed the ability to, control the narrative as it relates to controlling the offense. Mental toughness, resiliency. He had a very negative play. You all know in the second quarter where he got strip sacked by T.J. Watt. Shout out to T.J. Watt becoming the number 1 sacker in the Watt family, passing his big bro up, J.J. For now, he has 115 career sacks on the season. For his career.
Yeah.
And this is why T.J. Watt is going right into the Hall of Fame as soon as his career is over. You see how Caleb escaped sacks in the past, right? T.J. Watt, he's got that form down. He came in with that claw. He came over the top and puckled him in like it was a seatbelt. He said, "Nah, bro, you're not going nowhere. I got you." And Caleb
pinned his arm down so he couldn't get rid of that ball and knocked the ball out. It was trifecta. It was definitely got past.
It was like watching a master jiu-jitsu practitioner go to work. Submission, hold, tap. Caleb, next time you get in there, tap. Get up out of there, bro. Throw the ball away. This isn't Abdul Carter. Abdul Carter wet behind the ears. That's a baby. He still think he at Penn State in the Big Ten. You know, he chasing you. He going up high, letting you use your leverage to get up out of there. T.J. Watt is a grown man. He's been doing this for a long time. I knew that was going to end bad. I said, Caleb, please throw the ball. And Mr. Miles comes to he comes to town in 2 weeks. Caleb, don't get no ideas. Please don't get no ideas.
Please. Do
And that
not back
game,
up in
Mr.
the end
Miles might be
zone.
trying to break the season record.
Yeah. You right. Did I read
He's
right?
about 6 away.
How is he at 18 already? That is mind-boggling. He's literally
I think
that's mind-boggling that Cleveland only has 3 wins with the way he's dominating on defense.
Lets you know how important having a quarterback is. Well, you never know. Shador era might be opening up.
Let's go, Shador. It's go
Let's
time.
go, Shador. We rooting for you. We rooting for everybody black. But back
That's
to
it.
Caleb, another black man.
That's it. That's it.
That's all.
Caleb did have to show resiliency after that play because that play was probably the worst play of his career. I don't know if I can think of.
Definitely.
I don't know if I can think of many worse than that. But
that was brutal.
It was bad. For one, the play started on I believe it was the 4-yard line or 5-yard line. So it's not in the end zone. He backed into his own end zone while holding the ball for about 5 seconds. And then when he saw that Darnell Wright got beat, he tried to make him another one of his twirls, another one of his patented twirls to get out of the bag. Wrong decision.
Wrong.
T.J. Watt is, as you said, he's a grown man. He don't play that game. He can't do that because what happened when he got snatched up by T.J., it turned a 2-point play into a 7-point play. So it went from bad to ugly. And I could actually bring this into Darnell Wright because Darnell Wright was the one that got beat. He got beat twice on that play. And then the ball was right there at his feet and he didn't fall on it. So I could talk about Darnell Wright right now, but we don't stay on Caleb right now. He had no choice but to bounce back from that bad play in the second quarter. And if you recall, the next drive the Bears had, Andre Swift fumbled the ball. So it was a lot of avalanching bad stuff coming up for the Bears. And they harped on it in the game, on the broadcast. Caleb, he does breath work. He does his yoga. He stays even keel. He stays calm. He, even with all the turnover-worthy plays he had in the first quarter, with other than the fumble, he threw 2 passes that should have been picked. And in my opinion, if those plays that got picked, the Bears probably lose that game. But we're talking about Caleb's ability to bounce back from the negative. Kyle Duggar's the one punching air instead of Caleb. He was able to come out of the tunnel after halftime, lead the Bears on 3 scoring drives. Pretty much sealed the deal for the Bears. I did not like how in the fourth quarter there was that delay of game penalty. It was a 3rd and 8. The Steelers took almost 8 minutes to score, and they spent like a whole Family Matters episode of playing boring football, and then the Bears couldn't come out and sit on the ball and try to salt the game away. Caleb had said in the week leading up to the game that the team needs to have a killer instinct. They need to put teams away. So it was kind of disappointing that happened, but again, this is the good Caleb. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 1 turnover, but he bounced back. And that's what you want to see from your franchise quarterback, the ability to put bad stuff away and come out with a good game. Tiff, what was better than the next man up motif that you had in the good?
So the better was our passing game. And a lot of that is tied into Caleb, who played very good. But it was a lot more in sync, especially at the start of the second half. You had a couple great catches by Rome. That one that was, behind him and he got it. And usually those he kind of doesn't get. A great one from Colston for the touchdown. And then most importantly, welcome back DJ Moore. I was so excited to see him get those 2 touchdowns because we have been missing you, sir. It only ended up being 64 yards, but those 2 touchdowns were so clutch and so key, and both of them were great reads by Caleb, great throws by Caleb, great catches by DJ. Like, he was even in it emotionally. He even got his little penalty for throwing the ball at the defender, but that's okay because he came back right after that and got his touchdown. So the passing game in general, but specifically DJ Moore, and he actually passed 8,000 career yards in that game. So shout out to DJ Moore. We are looking forward to a lot more games going forward like that.
For my better, I want to take what some people are taking as a negative and make it a positive. You know, much has been said of the close one-score games. You know, you're barely beating bad opponents. It's not sustainable, this, that, and the third. But I think that goes for, it speaks something to the resolve, as you mentioned earlier, the resolve and the chemistry and the will of the team. So I think these one-score games, these are going to be my better because we're really learning how to win. We're learning how to maybe not necessarily close out games. I don't know if that's the right way to say it because I think closing out games would be not letting them get down to the wire. But I think when you get into the playoffs, when you get into these high pressure situations, the Bears are set up well because the playoffs are going to be close games. They're going to be games where they get tight. And the Bears have been in these games all year. They know how to function in the high pressure situations. So I think I'm going to go with that for my better. Once again, win another close game.
I think it goes understated that that experience, that clutch experience that a team needs to have during the regular season. I ran it down when we was previewing this game, Q. The Kansas City Chiefs last year, they played in 10 one-score games in the season.
Yeah.
They ended up in the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not comparing the Bears to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not even saying that's where they're going to be. I mean, they could be, but we'll see.
It's trending that way. We're on 2 4-game winning streaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this trajectory continues, the unthinkable happens and we lose on Black Friday. Everybody's shopping. We bounce back with another 4-game winning streak. We lose the last game of the season and then go another 4-game win streak. Do you know where that puts us at? The 4-4-4?
San Francisco?
Yes. But after that puts us in a parade downtown. Excuse me, teens. Let me stop y'all. Let me send a message to the teens, the youth of Chicago. I have not got to enjoy a Bears Super Bowl. Do not think you're going to have no team takeover. I will have multiple belts for all of your little young asses. Stay out of downtown when we win that Super Bowl. Ain't no team takeover. Parents, get your kids. Parents, get your kids because whatever happened at Orville Bright Elementary not going to happen to me. I'm gonna be giving belt to ass to them little kids. Stay out of our celebration. Go home. Yes, I'm grumpy. I'm a frustrated Chicago sports fan. It's not going to be no team takeover that day.
Let us be great. You might have some more in your lifetime. It's our first.
Well,
let us really.
What are the teenagers now? They're not Gen Z, are they? Are they Gen Z?
Teenagers are Gen Z.
They will be young Gen Z.
Okay,
yeah.
Gen Z, stay your asses out of downtown when the Bears when we bear down after the Super Bowl victory. Stay your asses from downtown. This is for millennials and the boomers. The boomers are okay. They come down here. I just don't want to hear no stories. I don't want to hear no stories about Sid Luckman. All right, I don't want to hear no stories about. I love and honor the '85 Bears. Don't tell me about. Don't tell me about how Richard Denning would have shut out the whole playoffs. We gonna live in the moment. All right, we're not gonna go revisit that. I don't need Mike Dick to come in and talk. He's still alive. Mike Dick, I'm gonna
stop it.
You kill that man every week.
I'll be so ready to give my RIP Mike Dicker. I've had that in the chamber for at least 2 years. I don't even know how he's holding on.
I was thinking Mike Singletary. I'm like, damn, what he do? Why? It's like
Mike, shout out to Mike Singletary. He was at the game.
That's why he was on my mind. That's why when you said Mike Dicker, that's where my mind went. I'm like, damn, how he get into it? But yeah, Dicker will care.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is destiny. This is destiny. I'm gonna
Pull that
call it.
Super Bowl shuffle back out, baby.
Yeah,
Dust that Super Bowl shuffle off. Start working on the words right now because we already know you need a few months leave.
We win in fours, so I'm ready.
I hope the teams do try to take over because, I mean, we can kill two birds with one stone. We can give a bunch of teams some whoopings that they ain't been getting, and we can stomp on our ops. We can let them all know, like, hey, all that whooping y'all had for the last 5 years, talk to us nice.
Real nice.
All right, so my better. I want to highlight the Bears having one of their best game offensively for the season. And we talked about this ad nauseum as a critical thing the Bears need to clean up. Their inability to capitalize off of good fortune. In particular, the red zone. In particular, scoring off turnovers. The Bears were perfect in both of those aspects on Sunday. 3 for 3 in the red zone, and scored 21 points off of turnovers, if you include turnover on downs. And I include that as an actual turnover because that was a big one. That stopping the Steelers after Swift's fumble, that was a big momentum swing. You needed that. Even though this game was still a 3-point game. The inability to strangle teams, constantly trading 3 for 7 when you get to that red zone. When you do all that work to get down there and then you fluster out and then not score or only come away with 3, you are always leaving the door open for the bad stuff. And I ain't even talking about bad center. I'm talking about a loss. You don't want that. I was so happy to see the Bears get not only a Kyle Monunga touchdown when they got into the red zone, but Caleb also. He had the last one wasn't a red zone touchdown. That dime he put on the DJ, but Caleb in the red zone was pretty much money. That bullet he put on the DJ in the first quarter, that bullet he put on the Cole Kmet later on, it was a work of art.
I think that was Colston that got that touchdown.
Colston. 21 points off of turnovers. That was the game, in my opinion, because everything else was trending in the Pittsburgh Steelers' direction. We couldn't get them off the field. They had two incredibly long drives. Even though they were dinking and dunking their way down the field, they were steady. They were steady moving the chains. So our ability to matriculate.
That was the word.
Merrill Hodge. I like that. Shout out to Merrill Hodge, one of my faves.
A former Bear and a former Steeler, by the way. Merrill Hodge.
Yeah, that's right. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
Definitely.
Nashawn Wright, that interception kicked everything off. The Bears coming right back off of that interception to put the ball in the end zone for the 7. Then you had the unfortunate with the fumble and then the Swift fumble, but they stopped that. They stopped that again. We got that turnover on downs that I just mentioned, and then the Bears went back down there and scored another tutty. And then when Montez Sweat, shout out to him, when he got the strip sacked on Mason Rudolph later on in the game, they Bears scored another touchdown. So I can get used to that. I can get used to the Bears not only leading the league in takeaways, but taking those takeaways and stumping them out for more 7s. How about that?
Agreed. Shout out to Montez Sweat coming alive. I think he's got 7.5 sacks on the year, 8.5.
It's time for our best. The best thing from the Bears' 8th win on the season was what?
My best is Montez Sweat, as we all probably at least acknowledged the great game that he had and the great couple weeks that he had. It's funny, last week I was listening.
Is this how y'all do it?
Oh, the you're clocking it?
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
Ain't that like clapping or that's
to me is when you buying tea. This is.
I thought it was like a little clap.
It's like when you're agreeing with something. Like if you see a picture of somebody and they look, like somebody's taking a picture, they'll do it. Listen, we're not going to have a whole Gen Z combo, Gen Z slang combo, but yeah, it's something around T, however you want to look at it. But yeah, we can give Montez a ton of those. And it's funny because last week I was listening to Lance Briggs, and he was kind of on Tez. He had said that he looked like an old man out there, that he was kind of moving like an old man, but he didn't, kind of have the wisdom moves of an old man. I'm like, dang, that's kind of harsh. Now, I don't know that. I'm not saying Montez hurt him, but Montez definitely came out and did his thing this week. I don't think we win this game without him. He had 2 sacks. That sack fumble that he also ended up recovering was very crucial to the game. He had that 3rd sack that definitely should have been a sack, but, for whatever reason, I guess he had worked hard enough. He just couldn't get him on that ground the 3rd time. But, weeks in a row, he got the other game ball. Weeks in a row, he's been showing up. He's kind of that quiet leader. You don't hear from him much. He didn't even say much when he got his game ball, but he is showing up week after week, and this is what we need because we don't have much pressure on the QB. So we need him to continue to break free. We need him to continue to get those sacks, get those turnovers that are crucial to us. So my best is Montez Sweat.
My best is going to Dennis Allen. Now, I know that's strange when a team gives up almost 30. 7 of those were on Caleb, though. And you look at the Bears defense, I'm sure they're still ranked in the bottom third of defenses in the National Football League. But you look at what Dennis Allen has had to work with. He come into the season, Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, one an all-pro corner, one is a versatile chess piece in the slot, gone. TJ Edwards, I mean, neither one of them played. I think Kyler's played maybe 4 games this year. He didn't play the opening game. Not even 4 games?
He's played 2.
Wow. And Jalen has played, what, 1 quarter? A quarter and a half?
I think, about a quarter and a half.
TJ Edwards is
No. I think Jalen got hurt in the 3rd drive of a Detroit game.
Wow. I remember he broke up a pass and didn't get up.
He didn't play
That
much.
Was it.
And we were still in the game at that point. So he was very early.
Then we got TJ Edwards. I think he's played maybe a couple games this year. Shamar Turner, their 2nd round draft pick. He got hurt in the preseason, wasn't a part of the team early on, fought his way back, and then unfortunately tears an ACL. You got Austin Booker starts the year off on IR. I can just keep going on and on and on. And yet we're sitting here 8-3, and the defense is either the league leader in takeaways or in the top 3. I don't know the update of the order, the takeaway leaders. But they got Nashawn Wright, Tremaine Edmonds, Kevin Byard amongst the league leaders in interceptions. So my best goes to Dennis Allen because as a coordinator, I am sure losing top player after top player keeps altering your game plan. Yet he finds a way to put together a game plan, and put together a defense that's respectable, and maybe not getting necessarily stopping teams from driving up the field, but they're getting timely stops. You saw Jaquan Brisker with a deflection that ended the Steelers. They're getting timely stops. They're getting timely takeaways. They're giving their team a chance to win. So my best is Dennis Allen. I think even though the Bears defense is highly ranked, he's doing a really good job, and I really look forward to seeing what he can do with his full arsenal or close to the full arsenal. I think we should have Jalen and Kyler back really soon, maybe Friday. TJ maybe Friday. So you're looking at getting really healthy. I love to see how he's going to deploy Kyler Gordon and C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
I would assume that they play Friday since they were practicing last week and
participants, right?
They got held out of. Yeah, Jalen was a full participant I think twice last week.
Yeah.
Kyler, I'm not too sure about on top of my head. Seeing as that the Bears had 2 games in 5 days, you probably didn't want to play on both games. And we did. And if we're going to miss a game, if they're going to miss a game, you could probably miss the game when we're playing the weaker team.
Yeah.
Hey, Steelers, Don't get mad at me. You are. You're a weaker team than the
You
Eagles.
are. Shout out to my Steelers bros on they pod, but we've been warning you all for 2 years what was going to happen with your franchise. Unfortunately, I know this might not be a popular take in Pittsburgh. You guys are not contenders. You don't have to worry about going to the Super Bowl. You're nowhere near getting out of the AFC. It's
Hold on, Q. Hold on, Q. They're not contenders for the Super Bowl, or they're not contenders for the playoffs? Because I think they're not contenders for either one.
I would agree. I think,
Sorry,
unfortunately, this is going to be the year Tomlin does not make it to the playoffs. I think they're going to struggle to extend his record of 500 or above. I'm sorry, Steelers, but
they don't have three. They don't have 3 wins left on their schedule. They do not.
You look very excited to tell them that. I would swear they're in your division, and I like the Steelers. The Steelers are a proud franchise. They're a proud franchise.
They are. We're not too much on the Steelers. Okay, that's my mama team. Not too
I
much.
like their fan base.
Sorry, Tiff.
I like their fan base. I like their culture. I grew up as a kid watching Kevin Green, Greg Lloyd, Levon Kirkland. Lots of proud players. I mean, the Steelers are almost like a mirror image of the Bears in the AFC. You know, they play defense, they run the ball. Yeah, they are. They have that toughness to them.
Known solely for their defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had some pieces here and there, but they are known for their defense. Yeah, I would agree to that.
But I would prefer we compare ourselves to the Baltimore Ravens. That's just me.
I would like that too. But the Steelers got 2 Super Bowls this century too. So, hey, I would like to be either one of them. I want to see Super Bowls. They both got 2 Super Bowls this century. I think the Steelers have been to 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they beat the
This
Cardinals,
century?
they beat the Seahawks, and they lost to the Packers. That part I would never want to be the Steelers. Losing to the Packers in the NFC Championship still scars me. I couldn't imagine losing from it. Man.
To this day.
I still see Jay Cutler riding that bike. I still see that fat bastard running the other way with interception. Lord, Haney and oh man, Haney was just brutal. I know that wasn't him that threw that interception, but Haney killed us. No, it wasn't Haney. I'm sorry. Haney was the one that played better. Who was the backup that they pulled?
I don't even remember. Everything went black for me.
Except Jay Cutler sitting on the sideline tomorrow. I can't come back out, guys.
That's the only thing. That is pretty much
That is
pretty much the thing that I remember from that game.
Reed lit back onto that field, and he just stayed riding that bike. It was like watching your father go out for milk and never coming back. But I'm sorry.
He didn't care less either. That was the part that really got to me. If he would have got out there and tried and been like, man, guys, I can't go. That man couldn't have cared less.
At least came to the sideline after a big play and give one of these. Oh, shout out to C.J. Garner-Johnson. You've been a villain for a long time.
Shout out to
but
him.
when my man Jalen Ramsey pushed Caleb Williams, I know that wasn't league. That was still Bush League. C.J. was right there. And CJ had a nice quote about that. Man, can we extend CJ? I like CJ. Can we please extend him?
Hey, I like what I've seen from him, but I love that from him. Like, a couple other players was like, hey, but he literally yoked him up like, yo, that's not going to work. So I was loving it from him.
That's the attitude.
It is.
We don't have a lot of that.
Who was it that got literally slapped or hit?
Roshan
everybody
Johnson.
Well, those are the breaks, bro. Sorry. Better luck next time. Yeah, we need some toughness. We need some about it on the team. So I love to see that from CJ, especially since he doesn't know Caleb well. He hadn't been on the team long, but well enough to know you stand up for your QB.
That's the stuff to get you a contract extension right there.
Man, listen. I will go to Pole's office and I will plead with him to bring back CJ. We need that. I don't want to lose guys like that.
Nashawn, he's only on a 1-year deal. So, we're going to have to make some moves there too. Like 1 year, $1 million.
Man, come on
Nashawn
back.
Nashawn is definitely going to get paid. My best. I would love to make C.J. Gardner-Johnson just hemming up Jalen Ramsey, even though they didn't do what they should have did to Jalen right there. But just the intent of it was something I'm looking for, because we talked about it a few times before. This Bears team be letting Caleb get pushed around and people get punched and no one fight back. We can't have that. But my official best from this game is the fact that Chicago has now reclaimed ownership of the Chicago Bears.
This episode is brought to you by Casamigos Tequila. What do you bring to a holiday party? Simple. A bottle of Casamigos. Because nothing gets the party started like a Casamigos margarita, which isn't just for summer. In fact, it's the perfect pour all year round. Casamigos is the gift that always feels right. Because anything goes with my Casamigos. Please drink responsibly. Imported by Casamigos Spirits Company, White Plains, New York. Casamigos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume.
Purina believes no one should have to make the impossible choice between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
Chicago property owners the other week got their much delayed property taxes. So you know what that means. Chicago came to collect. And where was this quote-unquote owner, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, at? The A stands for Oshawaga. Where was he at? The A stands for absentee. Mushroom Man was scared. He was scared that he was going to be a mushroom underneath Montez Sweat. Boom. He was scared he was going to end up curled up like Brett Favre. That's why he ducked that action. Put a conspiracy theory microphone in front of him and he talk all that tough owner talk. But when you put a helmet in his hand, he say, nah, bro, I can't play. I got a little boo-boo on my wrist. I can't play today. You know what, man? I broke my wrist too. I fell off my bike when I was 7. You know what I did? I got up and went to go play football. I didn't know my wrist was broke, but I still did it. Why couldn't you do it? You can pay millions. I did it for the love of the game. Why you couldn't do it? If you the owner, go do it.
In his non-throwing hand, a very thin fracture in his non-throwing hand.
Brett Favre would have
put some dirt on it.
Brett Favre would have played.
Your idol would have played, bro.
Brett Favre also would have stolen millions of dollars.
He would have did that too. He would have did that too.
with his other hand. With his
working hand. He just put that welfare money in my good hand.
He also would have been like, hey, you want me to play? Look, he would have been like, you want me to play? You got them welfare dollars? All right, man, I'll slide. Hey, as long as you got them welfare millions. Hey, my daughter her school needs a new court, bro. What we gonna do? Okay, that's up. That's what's up. Let's run it.
He would have stuffed himself full of opiates and painkillers. He would have relapsed.
Good coach. He would have fired off an inappropriate text to a sideline reporter beforehand, just for good measure.
Mm-hmm.
He would have hit all the notes.
You say you're the owner, right? Come get this little money order then. Why ain't come get this little money order? You know why? You knew better because you knew you weren't going to make it back to that car. You knew we were going to jump out that gangway and slide on you. We was going to be ready to stump them heads and run them pockets. Soft. Scary. You know what happens when you don't pay your taxes in Chicago? They snatch that property. The Bears belong to Chicago now. Eminent domain. Bear down.
Bear down,
baby.
I did want to talk about Caleb. He did lead up the whole week talking about how much he idolized Aaron. Hey Caleb, that's 2, man. That's 2 strikes.
Actually, I didn't hear that because, sir, no. Even if you did, bro, put that in your memoir. We don't care right now.
He got to stop that. He got 2 idols, and I'm gonna need him to lose Aaron. The other idol, I'm cool with Matt Stafford. I'm cool with that one. Even though
he got a lot of idols, man.
I was about to say, I thought he said Tom Brady at one point. Maybe he was just talking about how much he won. I know he said Tom Brady.
Remember after he got drafted? You remember after he got drafted, they asked him Michael Jordan or LeBron. He said LeBron because he idolized LeBron. I'm like, hey, bro, that's 2 strikes. Listen, as a LeBron fan, I get it. But you came to Chicago. They asked you straight up, Michael Jordan or LeBron.
Know your audience.
Read the room.
And when you're playing Aaron Rodgers, you don't say you idolize Aaron Rodgers. Hey, that's two. That's two. You ain't got too many more. I might give you a free one, but you mess up one more time, Caleb. You're gonna be like them parking meters in Chicago.
You know what?
We gonna stop paying you.
He might
That's
not
enough,
have said
fanboy. That's enough, sir.
Yeah, he might not have said he idolized Matt Stafford, but I remember when they asked him about quarterback play, and this was last year before the season. He said the best two quarterbacks he sees now are Matt Stafford and Aaron Rodgers. So that's what he said. You could look it up.
Aaron Rodgers last year? Man, sir, come on.
Yeah.
Now, you want to say some years ago, all right.
Now,
stop it.
I like
Now
Matt
you making
Stafford
me
too, but I'm not going to get on nobody's camera. And if they ask me who's my top two quarterbacks or the best two quarterbacks, ain't no way I'm going to not put a little seasoning on there. And I like Josh Allen. But if I'm on camera, y'all seeing me,
period.
I got to put some
It's gonna be
seasoning on
somebody
my
black.
quarterbacks. It's got to be Pat and Lamar, or at least one of them.
Mahomes.
Got to be.
Somebody.
I'll even reach for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. I was about to say, Hurts, all he do is win. So you're not going to be wrong if you throw him in there.
You don't get the Backstreet Boys. Don't give me the Backstreet Boys for that. Who's your best quarterback?
And that's what he did, man. No, yeah, you gotta run that back, sir.
Caleb got to do better.
Reigning MVP at the time, Lamar, or like we said, Patty. Like, come on, you got options here.
You got to put one of them in there if somebody asks you.
Yeah, and the Aaron, all right, Matt Stafford, I'm gonna give you that one. All right, the Aaron Rodgers one is egregious. Last year, that's egregious.
Yeah,
That's
Aaron,
insanity.
Aaron ain't been one of the top two
the
quarterbacks
worst
in a
part
long
of it,
time.
though. The worst part of it, though, is that he said, "I hope that we can have the after the game when you meet up at the middle of the field and you do that little jersey swapping and all that." He said, "I hope there's an opportunity for me to do that with him after the game because
It
I
won't
really
be because
idolize
he's
him
an
growing up."
asshole. It won't be. And relax, you still playing him, bro. No, you can't be. I don't like when players name current players. Like, I get it. You ask the question, maybe you answer it. But man, say somebody from back in the day. Like, don't have nobody that you're about to go against thinking
Aaron
like,
is
oh,
from back
he
in the day.
idolized me.
Aaron is from
back in the day. I mean,
he is, but he's still playing. Like, name somebody that ain't playing no more. I'm not telling somebody that I'm about to line up against that I idolize him. Like, say
right. That's some
other
that's some right. Don't do that shit. That's some Tua shit.
Tua Tag Ovalia.
And that's another one we got to get on. Tua, you talking about you praising Trump. That's why Trump did. You over here praising Trump. Man, you got all sort of cognitive dysfunctions going on. He cutting healthcare premium. He cutting healthcare premiums, and you might not live to 40. You need to stop. You barely can function, and you over there praising Trump while he cutting healthcare premiums. That's not the guy you need to be praising.
Oh man, I ain't even hear about that. I don't even want to know. But
No,
the way he been talking, reckless in his media interviews, like that CTE is definitely kicking in because he's just saying anything and everything right now. Yeah, they got to get to us some.
What happened was that same clip that I just played. You know, when Trump had started this, like, I guess a recess initiative or whatever that thing was, when he had Lawrence Taylor and the rest of them goofballs up there.
Like a crackhead.
Herschel Walker.
Tar Heel. Tua was also on that committee, right? And I don't know if he outright said, "Yeah, I love Trump." Yeah.
I did not know it was any current athletes on there. Whoa.
Yeah. So that's how that go. What else? But back to that. You know, when they played Josh Allen the other time, they was asking like, yeah, so what about Josh Allen makes him so good? Like, yeah, I wish I can do half the stuff that Josh Allen does. Like, hey, bro.
Yeah, he was glazing him real bad. He ain't just say, hey, he's a great player, he's the reigning MVP. He was like, he does everything amazing. I wish I could do half of the things he does. It was like Tua.
If I'm the
Oh,
Dolphins, I'm going to get a new quarterback. Bro, you just basically emasculated yourself. You just emasculated
Right.
yourself against a division rival. Man, you got to go. You-
right before the game. It was before the game too.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it was that one was nuts. That was worse than
So
Caleb.
You know that
so cut
little,
the crap, Caleb. Don't do that shit no more.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know
cut
that
the
little
crap. No,
chair
Caleb.
that be in the
No more.
hotel by the bed, that little chair that be by the hotel in the bed. Tua might as well have placed
The
himself
cup
in
chair.
and watch Josh Allen
Ew.
pillage his wife. Just put that, just
Enough.
go in there and let her.
The cuck chair.
All right, cut me off. Once again, cut me off. Wrap it up.
Did I go too far?
It's been great. We've good, better, bested, and now we in the gutter. So wrap it
Okay.
up.
My
Hit it.
bad. My bad. My bad.
Sign
You
me
know
out.
what? In all fairness, before we got on this show, I did too much scrolling. I clicked on the Facebook links. You know, it says check caption, and I did. If I'll send it to you. It's a
No,
granny
thank
going
you.
crazy, but
No, thank
the
you.
granny look like she has the work done. I'm gonna just say that God bless the surgeon. But okay,
No,
we
thank
get
you.
out of here now. We get.
Yes,
Yeah,
please. Yes, please.
yeah, I would tell you to send me that link, but I don't want. I don't need my page getting hacked before Christmas. Bear
Listen,
down.
it's
Bear
some
down.
Nigerian princes that's very excited about that. They like, yeah, send that link.
Harry?
But bear down, baby.
Harry?
He is disgusting. Bear down.
Thanks for listening to this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. Don't matter if you listen to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or watch it on Twitch or YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the notification bell so you never miss a drop. And to all the guys from Chicago, we say three things. Bear down, go Cubs go, and sell the team, Jerry.